All, this is Priyadharshini working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to delve into the topic R programming. So what is R? It is a programming language and it is an environment for statistical computing and graphics. It is a GNU based project which is very similar to that of S programming, and this environment was developed by Bell Laboratories. Formerly it is a R10T, now Lucent Technologies. So R can be considered as a different implementation of S language. There are some important differences, but bunch code written for S run unaltered in R2. So R provides a wide variety of statistical and graphical techniques, and this is highly extensible too. The S language is often the vehicle of choice for the researchers in statistical methodology, and whereas R is an open source route to participation in that activity. So when you take the R environment, the term environment is intended to characterize it as a fully planned and coherent system rather than an incremental accretion of very specific and inflexible tools. So let's see in detail what is R. So R is a programming language and it is a software environment for statistical analysis, graphic representation, and it is for reporting, mainly used by the researchers. So R was created by Rose Ihaka and Robert Gentleman at the University of Auckland, New Zealand, and is currently developed by the R development code team. R is freely available under the GNU environment, that is General Public License. How to create variables in R? So variables are nothing but the containers for storing data values. We all know it is a container to store the values. So R does not have a command for declaring a variable. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. To assign a value to a variable, you have to use the sign. To output or print the variable value, just type the variable name. For example, consider, so first we are assigning John to the variable name and 40 to age. When you output name, you will get John, and when you output age, you will get 40. So this is how the R programming works. So the basic data types that are supported in R are the basic can be divided into several categories like numeric, integer, complex, character, logical, etc. For if we all know what is numeric, so 10.5, 55, 887, so all that comes under numeric. And integer, so you can declare long float as integer 1L, 55L, etc., where L declares this as an integer. And when you have the complex data types such as imaginary part and the real part, you can use complex data type. When you have the strings, then you can use the character data type. When you have to give true or false, then you can use the Boolean or the logical data type. So example, so in R programming, we can use the class function to check the data type of a variable. So previously in other things, you will have a different thing. Here you have to use class. For example, if I assign 10.5 value to X, then if I give class X, the output will be numeric. If I give 100 L, then if I give print class X, then I will get again it as an integer. Remember, L stands for integer. So if I have an imaginary part, for example 3i plus 4j, then this will output as complex. If I give X true to any variable, then that will output a logical data type. If I give this exciting, then you will get it as a character data type. So I hope you understand the difference of the different data types used in R programming. So there are different data structures used in R programming: vectors, lists, matrices, arrays, factors, data frame. So vectors, so we all know vector, it's simply a list of items that are of the same type. So to combine the list of items to a vector, use the function and separate C function and separate the items by a comma. For example, look into the thing. So if I give a variable of C, banana, apple, orange, and then it will give the vector data type. So if it is vector for numerical values, so assign the numbers 1, 2, 3 with the C function to numbers. If you print number, you will get the output. So next one is list. So a list in R can contain many different data types inside it. So list is a collection of data which is ordered and changeable. So for example, to create a list, we have to use the list function. So this list is the variable name. So you are assigning with the function list, apple, banana, cherry. If you print this list, you will get the values. So you can also change the value of a specific item referred to as index number, and also you can get the length of the list also using the length function.